The Washington Post has a stomach-churning story up on the front page of its website right now. This is the actual headline. For the weary White House, Florida shooting offered a reprieve from scandals. Reprieve is in quotes because a White House official actually said that word, saying it was a reprieve, expressing great relief that the Trump White House felt upon hearing the news about the massacre of school kids at a Florida high school last week. Here's how the story starts. Quote, the White House was under siege. Domestic abuse allegations against a senior aide were ignored, pointing to a potential high-level cover-up. 2 cabinet secretaries were caught charging taxpayers for luxury travel. A Playboy centerfold alleged an extramarital affair with the president, and the special counsel's Russia investigation was intensifying. The tumult was so intense that there was fervent speculation the president might fire his chief of staff. But a gun massacre at a Florida high school last Wednesday, which left 17 dead, seemed to shift the media glare away from the Trump scandals and gave embattled aides an opportunity to refocus. Some aides privately acknowledged that the tragedy offered a breather from the political storm. There had been a tentative plan for White House Chief of Staff John Kelly to address the news media from the briefing room on Wednesday, where he would have faced intense scrutiny over his role in the mishandling of domestic abuse allegations against former Staff Secretary Rob Porter. After the shooting in Florida, though, that plan was scuttled. For everyone, it was a distraction or a reprieve, said a White House official. A lot of people here felt like it was a reprieve from 7 or 8 days of just getting pummeled. But the official said, as we all know, sadly, when the coverage dies down a little bit, we'll be back through the chaos. Yes, sadly. Eventually, the coverage will die down a little bit. The White House will be sad about that, because for them, it's been an awesome relief to have this massacre in the news. Look at that headline there again. That is a direct quote. The White House sees the massacre as a reprieve, a bit of a breather. Outside the White House, people see that massacre differently. In just a few days, it has led to a kids movement, a teenagers movement of articulate, angry, organized, connected young people who are balancing all the funerals they have to go to with a lightning national campaign that is already underway to get gun laws changed. This is something new under the sun, what these teenagers are doing. We're going to be talking with one of the young people who's helping to lead this uprising a little later on this hour. The other thing, of course, that broke in the last few days that changed that conversation, all that the White House scandals, was when the special counsel investigating the Russia scandal handed down that big indictment on Friday. That indictment apparently initially made President Trump excited and happy, which is amazing, but who knows how people talk to him about these things. By this weekend, the president changed his attitude and seemed to be very worked up about the indictment, to the point where his Twitter traffic was even a little more rattled and upset-seeming than normal. Special counsel Robert Mueller is now signaling new charges against Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort, and there are now multiple reports that his deputy campaign chairman, Rick Gates, is about to change his plea to guilty in an arrangement that will see Gates reportedly starting to cooperate with prosecutors. That is potentially a very big turn in that case. We're going to have more on that story coming up this hour, too. There really have been a lot of big news.